Whether we're talking about hit television series or films, there always seems to be a member of a cast who just can't keep their lips sealed when it comes to plot details. So stay tuned and don't go away, because actor Noah Schnapp is the Tom Holland of Stranger Things. He admits to giving spoilers and says, "I'll keep them coming," and other related news. First up are Noah and Tom Hollywood's biggest blabbermouths. You're about to find out. Right now, it definitely seems like Noah and Tom could easily win an award for Hollywood's biggest blabbermouths. Both actors have given away plot deals for their upcoming projects on more than one occasion and have essentially spoiled things for others, but we love them anyway, and they're easily forgiven. Sometimes people are just so excited they can't keep a secret, even movie stars. And up until now, Tom Holland was famous for spilling the beans about his movie plots, but now the young Stranger Things star Noah Schnapp is the one who can't keep things secret. In Schnapp's defense, however, he's been very candid about the fact that he can't keep secrets for extended periods of time. Schnapp is famous for revealing things that stars don't normally talk about. It's his excitement for upcoming events that causes him to go with the flow of conversation, and the beans start to spill out one at a time. Recently, on an episode of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Schnapp nearly revealed the upcoming deaths of Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 2. Schnapp posted a shocking and revealing photo from Season 4 Volume 2 to his Instagram feed. Fans went crazy, and he deleted the post immediately. Schnapp told Jimmy, "I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get in trouble, so I literally took it down." Jimmy fired back with, "You did it again." Next up, guess who just adopted a pit bull and named it Pistachio? Let's take a look. Tom Holland and his girlfriend Zendaya have been dating since 2017, and they just took their relationship to the next level. The adorable couple was spotted together in New York City and officially adopted a pit bull named Pistachio. Pistachio is the couple's first dog together, and everybody knows that Zendaya and Holland absolutely love dogs. I mean, who doesn't? In the film, The Whackness, film icon Sir Ben Kingsley plays Dr. Squires, who famously says the lines, "Never, ever, ever trust anyone who says they don't like dogs. You meet someone who doesn't like dogs, you alert the authorities immediately, and you're sure as shit don't marry them." Absolutely, Sir Ben. I couldn't have said it better myself. Zendaya, who currently stars in the series Euphoria, owns a Schnauzer named Noon, and Holland has a Staffordshire Bull Terrier named Tess. Now, they have Pistachio to add to the mix. And I'm sure that some of you fans out there are thinking, so I'll just come right out and say it, could this be a practice run for some super adorable Tom Daya babies? For the past few years, Zendaya and Holland have tried to keep their relationship a secret, but when the paparazzi snapped a photo of them kissing in a car back in 21, the cat was out of the bag. Holland once said, "One of the downsides of our fame is that privacy isn't really in our control anymore. In a moment that you think it's between two people that love each other very much, it's now a moment that is shared with the entire world." Up next, how Noah Schnapp responded to criticism over Will's sexuality storyline in Stranger Things Season 4. Let's find out. If you've watched Stranger Things Season 4, then you probably know that Will Byers is head over heels in love with Mike Wheeler. Will's had a steaming crush on his best friend Mike for some time, but there's only one problem. Mike's in love with 11. Will does open up to Mike throughout Season 4, but the conversation always somehow shifts to 11. When this is going on, Will is actually thinking about himself and his own feelings towards Mike. Clearly, the Duffer Brothers were careful to avoid too much exposition in Will's dialogue. After the release of Volume 1, fans were desperate to learn if Will would discuss his sexuality explicitly. Comments from the cast and the Duffer Brothers appeared to suggest that Will would discuss the matter. However, the fact that Will is gay was not confirmed in the way some fans had hoped. Will does have a touching convo with his brother Jonathan, who happened to overhear Will's conversation with Mike and understood the true meaning of what Will was saying. In episode 9, we see Will show his painting to Mike and subsequently break down in tears after disguising his own feelings towards Mike by talking about 11. One disgruntled fan took to social media and said they were extremely disappointed that Will wasn't more explicit in revealing his true feelings, and Schnapp responded by writing, "First of all, it's the 80s and the kid's a freshman in high school. Let them slowly develop the plot. When he does come out, it will feel really special." Stay tuned and don't go away, because we're about to discuss everyone's favorite web crawler. Next up, out of all 9 Spider-Man films, which ones are the top 3? You're about to find out. Coming in at number 3 is Spider-Man's 2002 rendition. Following the success of Blade and X-Men, it was finally time for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. The very first Spider-Man movie set the bar for the later installments, and it didn't take long for the film to smash box office records and become the biggest film of 2002. In fact, still today in 2022, the film is considered to be the most revered superhero movie of all time. Here we saw Peter's first web swing and the famous upside-down kiss. Throughout the film, you can tell how much Sam Raimi loves the character. Tobey Maguire is still praised for his shy and thoughtful portrayal of Spider-Man. Despite Spider-Man 2002's frequent dashes of humor, the film doesn't hesitate to go to some dark places. When the Green Goblin attacks Aunt May, it's truly terrifying, and the Green Goblin's attack on Spider-Man in the film's third act is equally frightening. In fact, the Green Goblin vs. Spidey attack in the third act was particularly bloody for a superhero movie and even scared some of the film's younger viewers. However, despite the film's pros and cons, you can't deny how important the film actually is. And who could forget during Spider-Man's finale when Danny Elfman's soundtrack perfectly complements the film's final moments. Yes, it can seem dated today, but according to film aficionados, Tomatoes, Sam Raimi's 2002 film Spider-Man is a timeless classic. Up next is 2004's Spider-Man 2, one of the greatest superhero movies of all time. Let's take a look. Coming in at number 2 is 2004's Spider-Man 2. It's not only one of the best Spider-Man movies, but it's also one of the greatest superhero movies of all time. Somehow Sam Raimi did the impossible. He managed to improve upon the first Spider-Man, which was very close to perfect. 2 years following the death of Uncle Ben, played by Cliff Robertson, Peter Parker again played Tobey Maguire, and he keeps his promise to fight crime. While the New York might be safer, his personal life is a mess. He's doing poorly academically, financially, and worst of all, he's forced to watch his beloved Mary Jane prepare to marry someone else. And if you think things couldn't get any worse for Spidey, you'd be wrong. Peter's new mentor, Otto Octavius, becomes Dr. Octopus. Maguire does a stellar job in the film, and opposite him is actor Alfred Molina as Octavius. Molina too did such an amazing job that he's frequently named as one of the best superhero movie villains ever. Peter and Otto both share tragic histories, and many have argued that Spider-Man 2 is a brilliant exploration of the pitfalls of power and the sacrifices that come with being a superhero. When we're kids, many of us imagine being a superhero without weighing the pros and cons or considering the requisite sacrifices or pitfalls. The infamous train fight is a cornucopia of action sequences and is largely considered one of Spider-Man's finest on-screen displays of superpowers. Finally, what's the greatest Spider-Man film of all time? Coming in at number 1 is 2018's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It's clear that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is one of the best. Into the Spider-Verse centers around Brooklyn teenager Miles Morales, played by Shameik Moore, who lives in a world where Spider-Man has been doing his thing for some time. Things change when Miles reluctantly receives the same powers as Peter. The Kingpin, played by Hollywood heavyweight Liev Schreiber, crosses dimensions and threatens the world as we know it. Miles joins forces with several alternate Spider-Man people in a quest to save the multiverse. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is the funniest Spider-Man movie to date and is chock full of thrilling chases, fights, jokes, and quips. The attention to detail in making the film is jaw-dropping. Nearly every frame consists of secret reference, and the film brings the comic book words to life and unites them. It's unlike any other Spider-Man movie because it's mostly Miles and Peter's story. Time will tell if Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse has the power to keep the number 1 spot, but for now, it remains the greatest Spider-Man film ever made. Oh, and if you were wondering where Spider-Man No Way Home fits on our rankings, it's ranked in 4th place, right behind the original Spider-Man film from 2002. So, do you agree or disagree? That's a wrap for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.